proud members of the Podbelly Podcast Network.
I know you're tired.
It was Tuesday.
You can do it!
But for me, it was Tuesday. For you, it's the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. Tuesday. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Day number 2 of the week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
should call it
Tuesday.
Sad serenades. with
That's
Tim
day
and
number
Steve.
2.
Yes, it's the 2, like the second.
2
of
used
the
to be my
days.
favorite number, so I don't mind Tuesdays.
Why was 2 your favorite number? That's a weird
It was like a
favorite
basketball
number.
reference to like Larry Johnson, the greatest basketball player ever. Go ahead, fight me on this, Project Reclamation listeners, but not you, Podbelly.com, because we like you, Podbelly. Podbelly, Pig Out on Podcast.
Pig Out on Podcast.
Can't ever forget about those guys. But Tuesdays is always good, man.
Bum, 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 bum. Tuesday's good because we have tips and or tricks for y'all.
Dang,
So
let him have it.
Since we're kind of diving into the holiday season,
Okay.
your belly may still be a little full of turkey and I mean,
I know
hopefully,
mine is.
Hopefully not, because that means that
You have
it's
a
been
obstruction.
it's been almost a week, so that means you might have to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
But that being said, the lights are up. There's a cool nip in the air. The amount of coolness really depends on where you live. Here, it's a little bit. In other places, it might be time to wear
It's time
a
to shovel
giant
out.
freaking parka and shovel snow out of your driveway.
Yep.
So, I wanted to talk about the importance of the handwritten thank you note, or just a handwritten
this is
note
definitely a
in
tip.
general. Yeah, it's kind of a trick, maybe not really. There's nothing fancy about it, but I feel like nobody does it anymore. So, we're specifically kind of talking about writing thank yous to people who give you presents or maybe who had you over for Thanksgiving, but also this translates into life. You have a good interview. You want to know a great way to kind of like, stand above everyone else because everyone's going to send an email, but a little handwritten thank you note could do the trick. Or you have a customer who you just appreciate, or maybe you just close a big deal, give them a handwritten thank you note, or just a handwritten note in general. Or you know what? Leave a handwritten note for your husband or wife or mom or dad or something. It's shocking how amazed people are by the handwritten notes because nobody does it anymore.
Nobody does it anymore.
No.
And it used to be so hard to do it in the first place, honestly. I think you used to have to people used to put so much time into finding the right paper, the heavy stock card paper, and then the right felt tip pen or the right, that pen that was like a quill. It was like a peacock's feather. And then you'd see Benjamin Franklin writing it right by the candlelight.
And then you had to find the ink to dip it in, and you had to go squeeze a squid for its ink.
You know what's crazy is that I remember when I was younger, and this is a long time ago, 30-some-odd years ago, my parents, my mom, my sister was so into calligraphy. And so there I was in a calligraphy class with my sister, because why not? All right,
Calligraphy's pretty fucking cool, though.
Dude,
For
so
people who
yeah.
are really good at it.
Dude, and it was just like you bought this calligraphy pen, and then you fucking were just writing calligraphy all day long. And it's cool because there's different types.
Well, the fancy ones, you have like the different tips you can put on, and it's like, removable like calligraphy pen tips.
They start you off on what's like known as like a fat. I mean, I don't know the numbers, I don't know the gauges, or whatnot, but like basically it was like painting the side of a house, and you were like, oh my god, this is it looks terrible. And then you worked your way on up to like this tiny micro kind of like quill pen thing, and it was like cool. It like looked beautiful, and it was so sharp, and you get so much cool detail.
Yeah.
And stuff. You can do all that old English like that, everyone all does to make themselves look all hard. But you're like, man, this is beautiful. It's like how they used to do it, like on way back in the day, I guess, when they were all monks, just like, etching in on, I don't know, fucking Bibles or something. It doesn't matter.
It's funny that like old English turned into this like I'm so hard like gangster kind of thing, or just whatever. Like, oh, it's badass. But dude, the only people that could write when that was popular
We're the only
were
educated
like
people.
They're the educated people, but like they're just
The
like
rich,
the
wealthy,
fat
educated
people
people.
sitting in rooms just like wearing ridiculous clothes and talking about stupid
sketching
stuff.
away.
The only badasses at the times were like the knights, and I'm sure none of them could read or write.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
They could wield an axe and a sword better than a shield better
they're
than
not.
anybody.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's kind of funny that I feel like nobody was writing that old English writing was badass, but now that's like, oh, it's so badass. But it looks cool. Don't get me wrong.
It looks cool. And honestly, you write you write it in any form, especially you and I with our scrawl, just brah, on a piece of paper, and you send that to somebody, and you go, "Hey, thank you." I think it says thank you. I'm pretty positive it says thank you. It's just a handprint, actually.
My handwriting is so bad that my dad was looking at. I was on the phone with a doctor this weekend, talking about just some stuff that having to do with one of these companies I'm interviewing with. And I took a bunch of notes, and my dad was looking at the notes. He goes, "Oh, are those his notes that he sent to you?" I'm like, oh, are you making fun of me because my handwriting is so bad I should have been a doctor? And he's like, ha, ha, ha.
He's like, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
that's
much.
true.
I mean, not pretty much. Exactly. So, yeah, go handwrite some notes to people, be it a thank you note or just a note that says, hey, I appreciate you, or I'm thinking of you, or I love you, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's the best.
Yeah. So do that. I promise the reward will be much greater than you probably imagine. That's all. Thank you guys. Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're getting through the week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we will talk to you then. Bye-bye.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.